All right, so we're back. Today I wanted to mess with Priscilla because I think Priscilla's really cool, and that's the only reason, really. She's probably my favorite character out of the collab as far as I'm concerned. I do really like Subaru and Beatrice, but Priscilla. So anyways, let's go over the character real quick, and then we'll hop into some PvP. I'm going to be using the human team with her because a lot of the other characters are fairy focused and everything until we maybe mess with Reinhardt a little bit. So let's go over. For each applicable ally participating in battle, their basic stats are increased by 5% and their damage taken decreases by 15%. So pretty solid, like supporty kind of character at first. At the start of the battle, when the hero uses a buff skill to remove debuffs from allies, applicable allies gain extraordinary luck for one turn. Extraordinary luck is 50% damage suppression, so that's a 50% damage cap. Stat decrease immunity, so she can't be stat lowered, which is pretty good. Or well, I guess not just she, like anybody who has extraordinary luck. When extraordinary luck is removed from the hero due to elapsed turns, the hero's skill ranks are increased. So it only lasts for one turn, and if you can keep recycling this thing, you can basically just keep ranking up your cards, which is really nice because her buff card is an all stat increase, and her single target card removes buffs at level 2, and it removes buffs and stances at level 3, so that can be really helpful. When an applicable ally lands a critical strike on an enemy using a skill, that ally gains Arrogant Flame for 2 turns, and that is attack related stats plus 10% when using skill. Stacks up to 3 times, and then the unique below only applies to the hero. So recovers 10% of max HP each time Ignite is applied to the enemy. Enemy skills do not result in critical strikes while an Ignite effect is active, and each Ignite effect decreases damage taken by 20%. So Amelia, I think it was Amelia. It's either Amelia or Subaru. I'm pretty sure it was Amelia. I think both of these two characters have some sort of Ignite effect related in their passives. I was really racking my brain because none of these characters have Ignites, but I assume this is just like them countering the Fire Force collab because Shinra puts on Ignites. So I guess that's the counter here. Other than that, I really don't know what other Ignites you're going to be getting, but I can only assume that's the reason. Her Holy Relic is actually kind of cool. The hero always deals damage with an attribute advantage and takes damage with an attribute disadvantage. The hero's damage dealt with an attribute advantage increases by 50%, and damage taken from an attribute disadvantage decreases by 50%. If the hero defeats an enemy using a single target skill or single target attack, applicable allies receive extraordinary luck for 1 turn once. So when you kill somebody, you get another reason to grab extraordinary luck, which is kind of cool. Like I said, single target's nice. Attack plus 250% when using skill, which means it can hit really hard. And then, like I said, it will remove buffs at level 2, remove buffs and stances at level 3. So overall, a pretty decent card. Her buff skill is just a buff purge, but it also increases all stats by 15%, 20%, and then 25%. So that's quite nice. All stat boosts are very good. And then her ultimate is gains extraordinary luck for 1 turn when inflicting scorching damage, or then inflicts scorching damage to all enemies. I had her 3/6. I did my last free multi from the tickets today, and I got 1 extra copy of her. So that's nice. This is the character that I like the most, I think. Although if I would have got one for Subaru, I think they would have been 6/6. So that would have been kind of better, but oh well. Anyways, it's literally the same skill as the single target, and then it just gives you extraordinary luck. So nothing super complicated with this character. Overall, she may be a little more supporty. I have an attack crit set for her, and I don't know if that's the best set to run on her, considering that she's kind of supporty. But at the same time, she can deal some really big damage, and I like that. So we're going to be using an attack crit set on her right now. I may end up reworking that, or just end up giving her an HP defense set as well that I can swap back and forth between. Who knows? I don't know what Guild Wars is going to need for this character at the moment, so we shall see. What is this team? What is this team? What I deranked a little bit trying to lose matches and stuff like that, so that way I could not go super low. Actually, I think it would be better for us to just try to kill Escanor off. So we'll just double attack here, get rid of his buff, and then knock him out. And then honestly, more than likely it's good. Well, because of the damage cap, it might not kill Melly. Okay, kind of close. I think if his talent would have did any more damage, he would have been kind of screwed there. The only reason I'm running Gnossians is because there's a lot of fairy teams in the meta right now, and although you can get her single target to level 3 somewhat easily, it would take a couple of turns to sort of build that up, and I don't want to have to wait for, you know, 2 turns, like at a minimum, to get a stance cancel to cancel King, because that team is just, it's really slow burn, and I feel like there's a much faster way around it, which would be the turn 1 Gnossians play. So we're going to be running Gnossians at the moment. I don't know exactly how that's going to go, but we shall see. Ooh, okay. We have... I don't think this team's going to do very well against us, to be honest, because he's running Hell up front, which means I can immediately remove that. I think we just... all stat buff here into... maybe this. We don't necessarily need to use this single target from her turn 1, but I kind of just want to see some damage from it. Is that kill? Okay, she didn't actually do too much there, but then again, it's turn 1. Obviously, it would be nice to rank her skills up and stuff. So, we'll see. We'll see. Plus, Sabnak. Sabnak's a good tank. Sabnak has become really nice with the Salos update. That was quite a big win there. I think, well, we might as well just use this to remove the buffs, because that's going to give extraordinary luck to everybody. And then we could go ahead and heal with this as well, I guess. And then because Sabnak's got the retrogression on, we might as well just use the Escanor AoE to deal damage to these two at the moment. Yikes! Okay, I didn't actually think it was going to do that much, but the all stats buff there was kind of nuts, and we also had 2 arrogant flame stacks on him, so what is that, 20%? Is it attack related stats? I think it was attack related. I don't think it was just attack. Oy. That was rough. Ah. Goodbye, soldier. That's a bit unfortunate. That's okay, though. I think that... what am I trying to say? Words. I think that Reinhardt's new LR will work really good with the new Priscilla on the team, because the all stats buff will give him HP, and then I think we'll probably just end up needing to run... oof. I think we're boned. Yeah, and we're disabled too. I think we botched our first decent match here, unfortunately. I think we'll also run Subaru with that team as well, because the big thing with the new LR for Reinhardt is that you want to run collab characters with him, and I wanted to do like the solo sort of matches first with the characters before I started mixing and matching, just to see their, you know, potential as units by themselves. So either way, I think that'll be a pretty decent combo. And I did LR Reinhardt today. I did not realize when I recorded the video yesterday that you could actually get the LR or the dimensional seals for him day 1. You just needed to complete, I think it's 5 of the missions, whereas there's 6 total. So I thought you had to complete them all to get the reward, but The check-in event one obviously is time gated, but you can work your way around it and get all the other ones done, so that way you can get the dimensional seals. So I have him done. It took a lot of XP potions to get everything squared away. I had to actually XP potion farm for the first time in absolutely forever, so that was kind of interesting. We're gonna end up disabling ourselves because he does not have. I need to use this first, I guess. I don't remember who had his Tarmio link, but I was running out of time there. If I use the single target first, because she's got Ludo link on, we won't mess ourselves up too bad. Salos dies here, which is great. Obviously, Escanor keeps his buffs and everything. This should be a pretty simple match. We're gonna rank up her 2 cards here. I wish this wasn't a heal card. I want to double attack into Escanor. I may end up getting what I want unintentionally. Okay, because this is gonna rank up into a level 3. I need another Escanor card. Okay. But it's not gonna work because I can only assume you're decently well 2/6. I don't remember how many times does he get his passive. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try to do this. Will it even work to refresh his passive on, like, if Camilla dies, of all characters in the backline? I think it got rid of it. Only 972. I've seen her do some really big damage. I wonder if we need to run a different character. I like this end screen, by the way. I wonder if we need to run a different character to get her a little bit more support going, so that way she does bigger damage. Or maybe I'm just not critting enough with her to get. I mean, I guess ideally the scenario would be get Extraordinary Luck up enough to where I can get a level 3 buff in hand, and then at that point we could try to, like, we would need to try to attack with her a couple of times to get crits, so that way she gets Arrogant Flame. Because the ideal scenario would be level 3 buff with 2 Arrogant Flame stacks, and then we attack, but it seems like a lot. Seems like a lot to do. I actually want to try to kill King here anyway. Does Subaru and Beatrice passive, will it res? Oh, he has a taunt as well. I forgot about that. So they're going to pop res on themselves, unfortunately. Okay. I was going to say, will it res King if we try to attack into him, but unfortunately, that is not how that ended up working. Good buff cards in hand, which is probably going to be necessary, considering Subaru having the taunt is actually really, really good for the fairy team. Elaine surprises me so much. Like, every time she surprises me. We're so low on HP, though. And I'm not going to be able to do much of anything. I have 2 Arrogant Flame stacks on Escanor, so I might as well just use his AoE, but because he has a stance up, I don't think I can even do more than like 50% damage. So it's not really going to matter too much. I put Failing Grade on him at that point, so he could probably petrify me if he really wanted to. The all stats are really good because it's also your defense and your HP stats, but Subaru can deal some really good damage. You know, I'm not too worried about like King's attack cards or anything. Okay, he does petrify. That's unfortunate. I was gonna merge and stance cancel again. Okay, but we get stance cancels anyway. I I could cleanse the Petrify off. Honestly, I don't know that I need to do that. I'm going to try to go for this play. It might be the wrong play to make. Why is she dealing so little damage? I've seen her do so much more damage than this. Oh, I think... Never mind. Subaru Beatrice has a damage cap. I was like, why? But I haven't used Subaru and Beatrice yet, other than the rabbit event. I've been using just a full collab team because they're buffed, like they're strong for that. So that's the only reason I've used them at all. I've read over the passive once or twice. There's a lot to it, so I'm not super familiar with like all the ins and outs to Subaru just yet. But it is what it is. Okay, he's petrifying King or Escanor again. Removing ultimate. Oh, that did so much. That did so much. And of course, Tamaki didn't get a... That's unfortunate. I mean, I can't do more than, you know, 25, right? Or 50%. So there's not really any reason for me to do anything else with that. I'm just going to refresh Escanor's passive. This is going to put the shield on everybody, though, which actually could come in pretty clutch here. Okay. We're not in a terrible spot, but dude, the fairy team is so good. And they've already announced that we're getting Tiora, or Tiore, I don't know how to say her name, Deanne and King's daughter from Seven Deadly Sins Origins. We're getting her in, I think it's the next, like the half banner for this. So that's going to be even more fairy support, which is wild. The fairies have never gotten so much attention in this entire game. So wild to me that they're giving so much at one time, which I'm not hating on necessarily. Come on, give me a stats cancel for Tamaki, please. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna do this because what else am I gonna do? Can this kill? Oh, nice. It kills a lane, which is fantastic. Oh, I lost my... Oof. Did Petrify get rid of the gray buff? Or did he double attack me and I just wasn't paying attention? Or did it just run out? I'm actually not sure. Tamaki's ridiculous. I finally get one. I'm dead. Okay, not quite. This kills Priscilla. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this isn't gonna matter at all. I mean, the problem is I'm removing the stance, but then I'm not able to follow up on it. I almost need to run. I like Priscilla so much, but the fact that she has a single target is a little unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, we got another king team. Or I don't, should I even call this the king team at this point? It's really just the fairy team. I guess my best bet. Oh. We're attacking Subaru and Beatrice here because they're in a different position. That 50% damage cap is so good. Plus, when King has his stance on, it's real bad for you. Like, you cannot kill this team while he has that stance on. Okay, he gets through there. I mean, it's not really gonna do much of anything. Let's stance cancel. Does King have? King does have. I almost want to try to kill Elaine because they have a whatchamacallit. a res, which I don't know. I still don't remember actually. Does the res apply to his allies as well? It does. I don't know which part of the passive is removing. Okay, that worked out really good. I don't know which part of the passive is removing the debuff off of King, because I also ran into that problem whenever I was running Amelia, where I would freeze King and then I would do something. I'm assuming it's Subaru Beatrice passive, but I could be wrong. I was doing something that was like making it to where King was purging his debuff off. I have one Arrogant Flame here. I wonder if I could deal some decent damage with this. I don't actually know. We're gonna try it. One Arrogant Flame with 25% all stat increase. Pretty good overall. I mean, they had a res, so it wasn't like super impressive looking. Of course, the res pops on them too. That res is rough. With the 50% damage cap and the res, it's a lot to deal with. Okay, so I just lost one of my Arrogant Flames. Or is it Arrogant Flame? Yeah, Arrogant Flames. I can't use the Escanor thing or else it'll probably kill her. I just want to see some kind of damage here. Have we got stat increase? I can't remember how many times you could stat increase with Nasians. 5.4. I mean, that's good, but it's an ultimate, so I mean, what do you expect kind of thing? I love this ending screen. It's so good. Okay. Let's do one more, but I gotta say, I don't know if it would just be better to run her on a fairy team, unfortunately. Like, I want the fact that she's a human to be like, I want her to help the human team, but at the same time, which, to be honest, I think Nasians is the weak link, or the weakest link on this team. I think we need to put someone else in that slot, and I just don't really know who. Okay, this is an old fairy team without yeah, Subaru and Beatrice. This is gonna fall flat, I think, but because I don't even think I need Priscilla here for this to just do, yeah, a team wipe. Okay. All right. A little bit of a odd match to go out on, but it'd be all right. I mean, we'll just do this because why not? But either way, I don't know. I might try her again. Probably not right now because I want to move on and do the Subaru Beatrice showcase as well. But I may end up trying her out again, like by herself, but on the fairy team instead. But at the same time, I don't think the fairy team is going to support her being on it. So I think we're just going to end up having to move past that and then maybe just run her on a collab team. But yeah, I don't know. She may end up being more of like she's not locked to PvP, of course, but I think that she may end up being better in like PvE scenarios and stuff like that because of the like supporty kind of nature that she has. So it may end up being better to have like an HP defense set on her, because it seems like, you know, her damage is good, but you're kind of using her in a supportier role. I think realistically, I just need to find a different character to put in the middle here. But if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. I may end up just using her on a human team again, but with like a different setup that would let her sort of shine a little bit better. So either way, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Priscilla, because she's the coolest looking character as far as I'm concerned, but actually not as good as I was hoping the showcase was going to go. I mean, we didn't lose a bunch of matches or anything, but definitely not as great or extraordinary or whatever you want to say as I was kind of hoping it would be. So either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.